ZMT Sports. Kenzie just walked into the room. It's back up. I don't even know if you can see her. Oh, there she is.
What's up?
ZMT Sports back.
Back week one.
Week one. We are here.
Yes, sir.
Tom, how you doing today? You excited?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm excited for week one, baby. I got football weather. It's in the air. It was crisp this morning. I just can't wait, man.
I know.
Cannot wait.
Got one more sleep until the first game of week one.
And it's your team, week one.
We will get into
opening up against the defending champs, but yeah,
don't remind
same
me.
Format as last year. I can't believe it's actually back to us doing weekly football podcasts. So
it's been a whole year.
We're gonna go over our teams' games, right? We're gonna do some fantasy, and then our favorite segment because we're degenerates. Our
yes, we are.
Bets.
Yes, we are.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tom, let's get it rolling. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir. ZMT Sports back. Segment
back again.
Number 1 of this NFL season 2021, week 1. I don't think it would be right if we did not start. I like the background. If we did not start there, if we did not start
we're just going to go into
Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott heading into Tampa Bay to face the defending Super Bowl champs. Mikey D, you okay? Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Nervous, or you think they're gonna win? What's gonna happen?
All right. Well, I'm gonna be realistic. I don't think that they're gonna win. I think they're gonna compete, though. I think that I don't understand how everyone's writing them off already. I understand there's a lot of things to it. You're worried about the defense. You're worried about Dak's health. You're worried about Zach Martin, who's on the COVID list now, even though he's probably fine and he's vaccinated. But besides the point, I just don't. Everyone, Colin Howard, Skip Bayless, Skip. I hate all of them. Every single one of sports media absolutely sucks, except for us, obviously. But everyone's just writing them off. They think it's going to be like a college football score. They were saying that this game's not even going to be close. That they're getting thrown to the wolves. I said it last week and everything like that. I had a lot of lack of faith in this team, but it's Dak Prescott we're talking about here. It's this Cowboys offense we're talking about here, right? And they can make up for lost time. And that's why I have faith in Dak Prescott. People want to sit him this week in fantasy. Dumb. But you gotta put faith into this team a little bit. You say it all the time. Tom Brady teams, they start off slow. We always forget the Bucs was a wild card team last year. They almost lost to Washington in the playoffs. Yeah, they had a great run to end their Super Bowl story. Probably was rigged because it's Tom Brady. But at the same time, I'm going to put my faith into it. I'm going to put my faith into this team. And maybe I'm going to be upset in a week from now.
It might be your famous last words.
It might be my famous last words. But if they even compete, I'll be happy. I don't think it's going to be a rout. I don't think that's going to be the case at all. I think this offense can keep up with the Bucs offense. And like we said, we don't even know what to expect out of this Cowboys defense yet. Maybe there will be improvement. So I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to be optimistic. I hope I don't.
It's week one.
It's week one. Anything can happen week one.
You have one of the best quarterbacks in the league coming back.
Thank you for acknowledging that, because a lot of people don't want to admit that. Yeah. So
stupid.
But yeah, that's it. I'm just going to be optimistic. I'm not going to throw any bullshit takes out there.
Give me a score. Give me a score. What do you think's going to happen? Don't beat around the bush here. I know you're thinking it. What is gonna happen? Are you gonna fully put your money where your mouth is and tell us something that you might regret, or are you gonna play it safe? All right, it's week one. Give the mindset of what Mikey D is gonna be on ZMT Sports in the 2021 season. Is it gonna have some balls and take risks and give takes that might be crazy, like your partner over here, or are you gonna play it safe? What is gonna happen?
I'm gonna tell you right now that as of tomorrow, I'm going to play it safe. But if they even compete, if they show glimpses that they could have possibly beaten this team, or if they beat this team, I am fully back, like Doug Digadome. Is that his name? I don't know what the fuck his name is. But I am fully back, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell Stephen A. Smith, I'm gonna tell Skip Bayless, I'm gonna tell Colin Cowherd that they shouldn't have.
You're beating around the bush. Tell me what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna tell you what is gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Tom Brady's.
Or I'm gonna cut you off and tell you what I think is gonna happen.
No, I'll tell you what happened. The Cowboys are gonna compete. The guys are gonna compete. They have a chance to win the game, and then Tom Brady's gonna get some bullshit roughing the passer call, and it's probably going to cost the Cowboys the game. That's what I'm going to go with. You want me to give you bullshit takes? Fine. If the Cowboys lose tomorrow, it's going to be off of bullshit. It's not going to be because they got outplayed. It's not because the Bucs are 10 times better. It's because the Cowboys are going to get fucked over. That's what I'm going to say, because Tom Brady's going to handle everything else in his life before, even though he is the GOAT. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think people are underestimating this team, and they're going to compete tomorrow. And that's 100% right there. All right. That's my take.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Is that
what you wanted to hear?
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to give the Cowboys Nation some affirmity, okay? Some not beating around the bush answer like you just gave it. They're going to compete.
Beat around
some bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Speaking like
being realistic.
Cowboy fan.
Being realistic.
Yes, it is. They're going to win tomorrow, Mikey D.
They're going to win now.
34-31. That ain't no guess. I'm telling you right now, people are underestimating this team. The linebacking core, the defensive line is going to get after Tom Brady. He always starts slow. He's already complaining about jersey numbers. Okay. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, even without Martin, okay, on the offensive line, they're going to be able to control this clock. Mike McCarthy's going to come out for blood. Dan Quinn's going to come out for blood. He's going to show that, it was the players in Atlanta, not his scheme. They're going to win this game. I keep thinking about that week 1 game with the Chiefs against the Patriots. They gave nobody gave the Chiefs a chance. They forgot how good Alex Smith was. They forgot they had this nice running back named Kareem Hunt, and they blew New England out of the water. And you can't tell me Bruce Arians is a better coach than Bill Belichick in getting their teams prepared. You can't. And I'm telling you, Dak Prescott is 100% healthy, and he's going to throw the ball all over that Todd Bowles defense. You're speaking to a Jet fan. I watch Todd Bowles. All of his defenses are bend but don't break. But when they break, they give up a lot of points. They don't stuff you and don't let you move the ball. They'll let you move the ball because they're aggressive. They're a bend but don't break, but I think Dallas is going to break them. I'm telling you, 34-31, game-winning field goal from Greg the Leg. They're going to win.
I hope you're right, Tom. I hope you're right. But I am playing it safe right now, because how many times, how many years have I gotten on this podcast? Have I walked around with one of these stupid fucking jerseys, and I've made myself look like an idiot because I defended this team?
Speaking of, I feel like I'm stupid.
Before we get into where's your Jets jersey at? Where's the Zach Wilson jersey at?
I know we're in Rutgers. I mean, Rutgers got a big win. I've been repping them all week because
61
points. I mean, shit. But you're right. It's the NFL Week 1. Let me go.
Yeah, get your Zach Wilson jersey, bro.
I'm not buying one of those.
Yeah. I hope it's like, I don't know, Corey Davis. I don't know who's even on the Jets anymore. You're a Jets fan, Mackenzie. Who's on the Jets? Well, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Is that a Sam Darnold jersey? You have lost,
baby.
You have lost your mind. You have lost your mind.
Oh no! I just fucking unplugged my shit. It's not really easy moving around with the headphone cord. I can't spin around and show you, but yeah. Ready to talk about my Jets?
I mean, if you're ready to talk, are you talking about the Jets? Are you talking about the Jets? Or are you talking about the Panthers today?
All right, Jet fans. I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this. I'm wearing this jersey.
The fuck yeah, you
play them week 1. Listen, you know how big of a fan I am of Sam Darnold, and you know how much I realize that the Jets fucked him over. However, with that being said, I am probably going to lose all credibility about what I'm going to say wearing this jersey. Everyone's going to think I'm fucking crazy. Anyway, I got another guess for you. Well, no guess. You know what other teams get a little disrespected this week?
What? What teams, Tom?
The New York Jets. Now, I knew this was going to happen eventually. The last couple of weeks, I've been so pessimistic. I've been they're not going to win. They're going to get blown out. Sam Darnold will throw for 400 yards. It's not even a chance. They're going to go 3-14, 4-3, whatever the hell the new records are. They're going to suck, right? But as I'm smelling football in the air after Rutgers gave me 61 points against Temple, after I'm reading articles and I'm reading about how it's Panthers are going to win, Panthers are going to win, Panthers are going to win, and everybody seems to be forgetting about the mismatches in this game. The Panthers' offensive line might be the worst in football. It might be actually I think I can confidently say it's the worst in football.
I can see that, yeah.
That I feel bad for Sam Darnold because he's pretty much in the same situation. The only difference is that he's got better talent. He's got better scheming. So they might be able to scheme away from the offensive line struggles. And he's got the best running back in football, in Chris McCaffrey. So what I think about this game is that the defense is going to allow big plays, as in the Jets. You know, they don't have the corners to face Robbie, DJ Moore, Terrence Marshall, the linebacking core. You know, unless CJ Mosley just blanketing CMC the whole game, there's going to be breaks in that whole scheme and coverage. I trust Robert Saleh, but I don't trust him enough to completely shut down the Panthers offense. And me predicting what I'm going to predict is very contingent on the Jets defensive line dominating the Panthers offensive line. If they don't, this is going to get ugly. But I think the offensive line is that bad, and the Jets defensive line is actually a little underrated, especially trading for Shaq Lawson, even though they lost Carl Lawson. Lawson and Lawson, that's going to be next year.
That is pretty
They're going to win. They're going to win. I have them winning 27-21. And I think it's what's making me the Jets.
You have them winning? That's your first Jets pick of the year?
Jets are going to win 27-21. And it's crazy to me. I'm saying that. I didn't think that 3 days ago. But I think as the line keeps getting bigger, the Panthers are 5.5-point favorites. Their roster's not that much better than the Jets. They have the Jets quarterback from last year. They have the only aspect of the Panthers game that's better than the Jets is their receiving core versus the corners. The Jets have a better offensive line. The Jets have a better defensive line. The Jets have better linebackers. The Panthers probably have better corners. The safeties are pretty even. Marcus Mays is really good. LaMarcus Joyner's pretty good. So basically, I guess the betting line is just saying that the Panthers offense is going to run rampant on the Jets, but they forget about the huge mismatch in the trenches. And Mikey D, where do you win football games?
In the trenches.
I think the Jets are going to control the clock. I think they're going to run the ball really well because, yeah, the Panthers defensive line's not bad, but I think they can control them. I think they're going to be able to control the clock. Zach Wilson's going to look okay. I don't think he's going to look like Justin Herbert or Baker Mayfield as rookies, but I think he's going to look solid. They're going to try to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, set up play action, set up, big throws for him. And as for my boy number 14,
have a day.
Naturally, I'm ready for big plays. I think this Jets defense is going to give up big plays this year because their corners are so young and inexperienced. But I don't think the Panthers are going to be able to sustain long drives with the way their offensive line is. So I think there's going to be 50-yard touchdown, 45-yard touchdown, 65-yard touchdown over the top. I think Robbie's going to score. I think DJ Moore's going to score. I think CMC is going to score. But I don't think they're going to put up 30, 40 points. I have them at 21. That's 3 touchdowns. I don't know how they're going to get it. They're going to get it that way because I think the Jets are going to try to keep them off the field as much as possible to avoid exploiting their weakness. So that's just my prediction. I think the Jets are going to win. I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think it's going to be a great opening week for us too. And then I think when we go to talk about the other team in New York, everybody's going to call me biased crazy. I'm wearing a Sam Darnold jersey predicting the Jets are going to win. And then I'm going to talk about the Giants in a negative way. So it's week 1, baby.
Yeah, it's week 1. And you
think I'm absolutely nuts right now. You have no words. You're looking at me like I have 30 heads wearing this jersey. Should I throw you way off and throw my jet helmet on right now?
I think we should just take a second to breathe.
I'm going to listen to you talk. I know I had talked with
you.
I
don't have much to say. I'm speechless. The fact that you said that the Jets and the Cowboys are going to win in the same sentence in week 1 is just as ridiculous as it sounds. But you do you, Tom. You are the optimistic person on the show. You're not beating around the bush. You're just going for it. And I hope it happens, but you're just going for it.
We deserve the 1-0 start.
We absolutely do, but it's just reality. It's reality, man. It's reality.
Listen, this is where my alliance is. Don't worry.
You look insane.
This is where it is. I'm wearing it.
You look like you need help.
I look like I need help? I do.
You look like you need help.
What ass backwards combination is this?
You have a Giants, I don't know, you have a Giants football on you? You want to complete the cycle or what?
No, I don't.
No, I thank God. Fuck that team. All right, but I don't know if you want to kick it off
What do you think about it? I told you what I thought about the Cowboys, but you don't think you're not going to talk about my Jets a little bit?
Oh yeah, I'll talk about the Jets. I think that they're going to compete.
You think I'm crazy?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think the Jets are going to compete. Like it's not going to be one of my picks, obviously later, but I think the Jets can cover this game. I think 5.5 line is kind of disrespectful.
Disrespectful, right? And that's what's making me think they're going to win.
No, for sure.
I get it's on the road. It's opening. I get that, but it's just disrespectful.
For sure. But when it comes to your boy 1-4 right there, I think he's got a lot to prove, and I think he's going to have himself quite a day. I'm not going to say that he's going to rout the Jets, but I think he's finally going to turn heads like me and you always said that he was supposed to. So I think he's going to turn heads, and there's no other way and team and setting than going against the New York Jets, his former team.
Bravo, NFL. Bravo.
Yeah, it's all about storylines. It's all about scripture. And, the stars are aligned for Sam Darnold to have a big day on Sunday, and I can see it happening. So
it's going to go one way. There's going to be no medium. He's either going to ball out and going to beat us, or he's going to look like the quarterback he was with us and going to lose. It's literally, that's the only two ways it's going to go. And you
win, my opinion. And you win both situations, Tom. You are in the driver's seat.
Situation.
Yeah, you are in a win-win situation. You have
you
are.
When it comes down, when Sunday, I'm not going to be wearing this jersey on Sunday. And when push comes to shove, when I see the Jets on the field and it's week 1 and I watch CBS Sport, the pregame, and I put my fantasy lineup in, and I put in my bets, and it's football season, it's Sunday, it's beautiful out. I'm not rooting against the Jets.
I know that, but that's not.
And I'm not going to be rooting for Sam Darnold to throw for 400 yards against them.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. In the moment, I'm not. Hindsight and before, I could think it, and then hindsight, I'm going to say, see, I knew, right? And I'm going to be like, I'm happy for him because I've been telling you guys this. But regardless, it's like, in the moment, I'm not. Sam Darnold throws for a 65-yard touchdown pass to Robbie Anderson. It's going to make me sick to my stomach in the moment. I'm not going to be happy about it. I'm not going to be sitting there like, oh my God, like this is what we could have, we messed up. I'm going to be disgusted because the Jets are losing 1, and because 2, that was our combination. It was Robbie and Darnold in New York 2 years ago. In a blink of an eye, they're beating us. Like those are the storylines I don't want to exist.
I understand. I just think you're gonna pop a little chubby if Sam Darnold does well. I just think I don't know. Like I said, it's a win-win situation for you.
I told you maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying it's a win-win situation for you. If the Jets win the game, obviously the Jets win the game. Start off 1-0 with Zach Wilson running the herd, and then if you see Sam Darnold being the Sam Darnold that you always imagined to be, despite not being on your team, you get credibility there because you've been telling us all along that Sam Darnold is the guy. He just was in the wrong, it was in the wrong time. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time.
I think I want to say one more thing about the Jets too, because we're going to transition to talking about the Giants, and we talked about the Cowboys earlier. I haven't been in like the situation going into the season that like Giant fans are in, or that you're in, where like you're both of your teams could not legitimately, but if they are good this year, right, and they win 9, 10, 11 games, and they make the playoffs, that's not a crazy thought. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For the Jets, I kind of, in the back of my mind, it's like it would be a miracle that they made the play. Like if they made the playoffs this year, it would be like the biggest upset in the NFL. It would be like crazy.
For sure.
I'm tired of that. I hope this is the last year I ever have to go into a year that it's like that. So yeah, I'm excited for the football season. I'm excited to watch the Jets go back to games, season ticket holder, all that kind of, I'm excited for it. But knowing the Jets are probably, even if they show improvements, are only going to win 4, 5, 6 games because their roster is not there yet, kind of diminishes my excitement every time I talk about it. But then like I have these random moments where I'm like, oh, football season. So I'm just tired of that mindset. Like for the last couple of years, where it's like we're going to be shit. I'm ready for.
But why do you think? Why do you think I feel the way I feel though? Why do you think I'm beating around the bush? Why?
But every year you have the quarterback already.
That's worse. That's worse though. That's worse. No.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
No. It is worse. Having all the expectations, being America's team, having a franchise guy at quarterback, and then having injuries holding him back, and then having all these expectations that you're going to be good every year, and then you don't live up to it. It's worse. I'd rather be in your situation.
No, yes and no, because the beginnings of the years are 100% better for you. Because you have the dream, because you already have the most important position in quarterback. If he stays healthy, they're going to make the playoffs. Me, it's going into the year, I have to hope for my team showing improvement or the quarterback to show signs that he could be like, I'm tired of that, man. It's been a constant cycle since,
But
you
you
know,
have no
2010.
expectations going into this year, though.
No, I don't, which that is a positive. You're right. But then, you know, if they start 0-7, I'm done already.
I
Like,
understand
I'm done.
that.
Like, football means nothing to me by October.
I think it's worse. I'm not trying to play victim. I think it's worse on my end because
you have a point for why it's worse.
I think it's worse on my end because you have all these expectations. Everybody hates the Cowboys as it is enough, and then you just paid Dak Prescott. He's supposed to be the guy, and you know, hopefully this injury doesn't hold him back this year compared to what he could have been last year. I don't think so. I'm just saying, like, the pressure is on for the Dallas Cowboys this year. For the Jets, there is no pressure. The thing is, you just got to go out and play.
Money. You just got to play.
All right, so let's just run out.
But speaking of expectations, do you want to start with the Giants, or do you want me to start?
I mean, I got positive things to say. I think you have negative. I think you have negative things to say. So I want to hear your negative side of the story first.
Okay. Giants, it's been weird. Giant fans, it's been weird. I feel like the excitement about what they could be each and every day becomes less and less. There is less excitement going into the Giants season the closer we get to kickoff on Sunday. And they're the 4:25 game, I think, on CBS against the Broncos. I think Vegas knows something. There's a reason why a team coming west to east is a favorite. I think a big part of it, and I wrote it down, they haven't really practiced all together, the offense. The O-line blows still an occurring issue with them. They can't get that offensive line right. Is Saquon playing? Who knows? He hasn't practiced with, you know, the starters probably all training camp. Kadarius Toney's barely practiced with Kenny Golladay. So they're going to be I think they're not gelled yet. You know, I don't think Giant fans should go into week one thinking they're going to win. They should go in it thinking they're going to lose, because that's what I see happening. I see them losing a 17-14 game, a 20-17 game. They haven't had a gelling moment yet with the new guys, because everybody's hurt and injured, and the excitement that you heard during training camp and whatever, it's not there right now. And the quarterback hasn't looked good in the preseason, and the offensive line looked like crap. Their first round pick from last year, the 4th overall pick in the draft, Andrew Thomas, looks like shit. Nate Solder's back at starting at right tackle, and on according to the depth chart, like, it could be a disaster Sunday. And that's what I think is going to happen. I really think they're going to lose. Do I think they can right the ship later on in the year? Of course, I don't think the Giants are going to go 4 and whatever. But Sunday, I think they're going to lose. And I think the line tells you all you need to know. I think that there is no reason for the Giants to be underdogs. And I think it has a lot to do with their issues that aren't being talked about necessarily in a national media, Twitter sphere, all that kind of stuff, that the Broncos are going to expose. The Broncos have a really, really good defense. And the fact that the Giants offense is barely all practiced together, yet they might all play week one, with Jason Garrett's archaic play calling.
Fuck Jason Garrett.
Could be Bradley Chubb could have a field day on Andrew Thomas. Von Miller can have a field day. Decent corners, banged up receivers. Evan Ingram out. Kyle Rudolph's their starting tight end, slow as molasses, bro. I can't get behind this whole the line is in the Giants' favor. They're gonna win. I can't, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. But all the signs that lead to winning football games are in the opposite direction for me when it comes to looking at the Giants. But that's my negative take. They're gonna lose on Sunday. Take the Broncos, but let me hear yours. Try to have the Cowboy fans speak some positivity about the Giants.
Listen. I mean, listen. I know if it was the other way around, Giant fans are just excited for tomorrow night because they're expecting the Cowboys to get crushed, and they hate the Cowboys because obviously the franchise is better than your franchise. We're not getting into that. Especially, last like 4 or 5 years, the Cowboys have literally owned the Giants' ass. But like I said, besides the point, I just got to be positive here about the Giants because I'm trying to be. I don't know why I'm playing it safe for my own team. I don't know why I'm playing it safe for the Giants team. I am thinking the Giants win on Sunday, not because I'm like throwing all that negative crap that you're talking about out of the window. And I'm saying they got to win this game. They have to win this game. And the reason why that's the case is because on paper, the Giants are better than the Broncos. I think on paper they're better than the Broncos. And you're coming. I know it could be. I know it could be here and there.
They're secondary, yes, but you can make an argument for every other position group that the Broncos are equal or better.
For sure. But you have Teddy Bridgewater, right? Listen,
I know I'm not trying to, but like, ask yourself why you're going to keep talking. Are we sure Daniel Jones is better than Teddy Bridgewater?
No, that's not where I'm going. That's not where I'm going. But like I said,
sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. Because trust me, I honestly don't think that either. I just think they're stacked up on defense, the Giants, right? The Broncos on offense, I don't even know where to look. I don't know who to go to on the Giants.
Sutton, Jerry Jeudy.
I mean, Gordon. But DUIs and all that.
KJ Hamler.
Listen. As much as I want the Giants to lose because it would make my heart happy, I just think this is a game they have to win. They have to prove themselves. This is Daniel Jones' year to step up, and you can't wait until the middle of the season, the end of the season, to have a breakthrough that Daniel Jones needs to have. He needs to start off hot right away. And I think that Saquon's going to play on Sunday. I know that he's been limited and everything like that, but I don't know if they're playing the element of surprise, but I think Saquon is going to change that entire offense completely to an extent. I know he doesn't have much support with that offensive line. I know he doesn't have much support with Daniel Jones, but that guy is a baller. And I think if he steps on the field on Sunday, it's going to make a hell of a difference to the offense, despite them being gelled or not. And like I said, I think I'm just picking the Giants here. I just think they can cover. I think they can win, just for the aspect, because I know that they have to, or there's going to be a lot of questions.
You think they're going to play a little desperate week one? Yes. They're going to come into the game more desperate with the Broncos. Yes. They're going to come in, let's see what we are.
Exactly.
And Giants are going to come out at home, sold out crowd.
There is expectations for the Giants this year. Is there not?
They are. Right? They are up there with most people are picking them to win the division. Like, there's a good. Right. I shouldn't say most. But no, because they're thinking that Daniel Jones is going to take the leap with like the better team around them, and Joe Judge, like, they thought the Giants roster was worse last year, and Joe Judge coached them up to be really competitive. You know, with Colt McCoy, like things like that, with Daniel Jones being hurt and without Saquon, they think Saquon's going to be a CMC Dalvin Cook type of step up on the offense. It's going to make Daniel Jones' life easier, because you have to admit, with Saquon in his rookie year, Daniel Jones played a lot better than without him. The year. That's like that you can make that case. So that's what people are expecting. They're expecting their defense to be even better with Adoree Jackson, in all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's why people are expecting them to, they're the most consistent team throughout the position groups than compared to, like, let's say the Cowboys. They have bigger question marks. The football team, Fitzpatrick's their starting quarterback. You don't know what the hell he's going to be. So I think that's why, like, the Giants, like, when you look at all the question marks, it's like they are the most consistent and they have the least amount of questions. But to me, I just think that people are disregarding the trenches again, where they don't have a bona fide pass rusher. They have a shit offensive line. How do you win football games consistently? You can't. But that's just my thought.
Yeah. No, I understand. I don't know. I just think
they're riding high. To me?
What?
I'm sorry to cut you. Go ahead. Finish your thought. I'm sorry.
No, I want to hear your thought.
We're back to disagreeing about everything. I have the Cowboys winning. You have them losing. I have the Jets winning. You have them losing. I have the Broncos winning. You have the Giants winning.
Isn't that how
we're back?
Isn't that how it's supposed to be, though?
So now next week, one of us is going to be talking shit. One of us is not. It's going to be. We're back.
We are back. Yeah, no, we'll see what happens. So like you said, there's anything can happen week one. You are going for
the worst week.
You are literally leaping for the stars when it comes to anything can happen week one, and I appreciate that, and I look up to you for that. But
it's stupid.
It's not.
Week one is the week you're supposed to play it safe, and I came into this podcast and I'm doing the complete opposite. Give me the Cowboys, give me the Jets, give me the Broncos.
You are hammering a 10,000 money line or on something, but I appreciate. You should put that
parlay. If I did a Cowboys, Jets,
and Broncos. Take the Broncos -3 since you're so confident.
No, I should. that isn't it crazy how in that parlay the Broncos are my only favorite. The Broncos.
That's what I'm saying. There's just so much crap going on. All right. Well, I think that's enough for the local favorite teams. I think we should go to fantasy, and then we'll
little fantasy segment.
Quick little fantasy, and then end it with the best part of the show, ZMT Bets. Tom, we will be back. ZMT Fantasy. For the first time, 2021. You like that? Nice. We are back. Well, Tom, you're supposed to say it back, dude.
Back. Sorry, I was thinking about like we're like the Matthew Berry and Field Yates of of the Edison landscape or whatever, the local landscape that we have our listeners,
Dude, Tom, fantasy. Let's get into it. Let's do a little recap from last year, or just about the segment that we would usually do for if there's new listeners,
yeah.
But our fantasy segment, me and Tom, we each give 2 starters and then 2 sits for that specific week in their games, explain a little bit why. And then at the end of the week, after they play their games, we look up their fantasy numbers and we compare them from starters to sitters, right? To sit. So in last year, Tom, we were on a roll last year when it came to fantasy.
We did really well.
We had ourselves a quite a year when it came to fantasy. I think we helped a lot of people out. A lot of people said, this is probably your best segment, your strongest segment. I think I disagree. I think our bets are the best segment.
Content wise, probably, but accuracy wise, they might be right. I think a big thing that we do is we don't just tell people random guys. Like, obviously starting Ezekiel Elliott is a given. Starting Dalvin Cook is a given. We kind of look for those like flex RB2, like guys like Brandon Cook, things like that, like we help people like make the decisions that are tough to make. Like, who you're starting, and like, it's the fringe guys that's like, okay, do I start this quarterback? Do I pick up this guy? Things like that.
So I just want to bring this out. I just want to bring up this post because it's so beautiful on our page. We had 7 weeks straight where we had starters outscoring our sits, which is what you want to hear. There's only 2 weeks when we started the segment that our sits somehow outscored our starts. We had 654 points of our starters that we picked last year and 432 points of our sits last year. So we absolutely demolished this segment. So I think that we should just keep it on a roll. I'd say we have no weeks where our sits have more than our starts. We have a lot of expectations for the segment, so let's get on to it. Would you like to start, Tom? Or
yeah, I'll start.
All right,
I'm going to give you my first 2 starts. Okay,
sounds good.
And our little pre-show little meeting we had, I told you 2 guys, I think I'm going to switch to tone it down a little.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little switcheroo on you so you can listen. Right. My first start is going to be Ryan Tannehill against the Arizona Cardinals. I think that that game's going to be an underrated game in itself. I think it's going to be really close and really good. Two good offenses against 2 suspect defenses. So I think the offenses are going to run wild, especially week 1, all that kind of stuff. So I have Ryan Tannehill. I think he's going to, his new toys, Julio, AJ Brown, going to be tough to guard them too. Derrick Henry, of course, the play action game. I think Ryan Tannehill's going to step it up. I think they're going to throw the ball a lot more. They lost Arthur Smith, their offensive coordinator. They have a new offensive coordinator coming in. I think they're going to go more play off the run more. They're going to be more aggressive through the air, especially with the new targets that they have. And you can argue that, Julio name-wise is a step up from Corey Davis as a number 2. But there's some arguments with production. But I just think the 2 big, huge receivers is going to play into Ryan Tannehill's favor.
That. I like that
his matchup. I think, I have Ryan Tannehill to start. If you're, have 2 quarterbacks that you're debating, choose Ryan Tannehill. My second start, I think a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? Because nobody talks about this team. Everybody just writes them off. Like, everybody on the team sucks. Nobody's going to be good. It's going to be whatever. Give me Brandon Cooks against the Jags.
I like that pick too.
Tyrod Taylor was starting before Justin Herbert and was playing pretty well before the freaking team doctor punctured his own lung. Like, Tyrod Taylor is a respectable quarterback where you have to watch out for his legs, and he's going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball because they're probably going to be behind. In PPR leagues, Brandon Cooks is a good flex starter. Start Brandon Cooks. He's the only receiver, and I think modern NFL, to have 4 1,000-yard receiving seasons with 4 different teams. Everywhere he goes, and he was good last year with Deshaun Watson, Will Fuller, and all that kind of stuff. But I think Brandon Cooks is their guy there. They're going to feature him in the offense. There's a lot of veterans there. They want to show all those 1-year contracts. They want to show that they can either stay here longer in Houston or get shipped off other places throughout the year. So they're going to be playing hungry. Give me Brandon Cooks to start against the Jaguars, who their corners are unproven as well. So
I like that.
Ryan Tannehill and Brandon Cooks are my 2 starters.
I like those picks, Tom. I always like your picks. Obviously, it's good for the show.
Years, winning a fantasy league.
For sure. That gets me though. My starts My first start, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. I'm just running high expectations for this division, this week, What am I doing? But
you're creating win-win situations for yourself without talking about it.
But Jalen Hurts, they're playing the Falcons. I have no idea what to expect out of this Falcons defense this year. And we saw what happened last year. They gave up a lot. They gave up a lot of things, that lost some games. So I think the Eagles, this game, how this game is going to play out, the Eagles need to score points and to either come back or they're just going to ride away with it. This is a game that the Eagles can win, and it's all going to come from the production of Jalen Hurts. He's got a lot of proof this year as well. A lot of people have doubts about him from last year. I'm not certainly, I don't know why that a lot of people had doubts about him this year. This guy was a top 10 pick when it came to fantasy quarterbacks this year because of his production of what he could do on the ground and what he could do through the air as well. So I think that he's going to be a point machine this year. And if you have him as a backup or even a starter, it's not a bad thing for your fantasy team this year. If you have him and another low tier quarterback as on your team, you go with Hurts this week. I think that he's going to light it up a little bit. So Jalen Hurts against the Falcons as my first start. And then my second, this might be kind of an obvious pick, but not really because of how, the production in San Francisco is for their running back crew and team. And they have like 18 running backs, but Raheem Mostert against Detroit. I think Mostert's one of their main guys on the Niners squad for their running back committee. I think he's going to get most of the touches for sure. And, with Detroit, who the hell is on Detroit right now? It's just
worst roster in the NFL.
Yeah, it's one of the worst rosters in the NFL. And if you have Mostert as a backup running back, or you need a flex to get extra points, Mostert's the guy to go to, because I think that Niners offense is just going to run all over Detroit, and they probably should route them. But like I said, week one, you never know what can happen. But I think Mostert's a good pick this week. So I got Jalen Hurts versus the Falcons as a quarterback, and then Raheem Mostert running back against the Detroit Lions as my starts.
I like it. I like those two. I'm definitely going to daily fantasy Raheem Mostert as one of my running backs. That's for sure.
Sure.
As the Niners are going to control that clock, run down Detroit's throats.
Yeah.
Speaking of shit rosters, if you have these next two guys I'm going to mention on your roster, put them on your bench because your roster is probably shit. No,
Facts, though. That's facts.
Shot at myself because I think I have both these guys somewhere in my five leagues. So my first sit is Junior Bacon Roethlisberger. Sit Big Ben. I know there's some hype around the Steelers. Remember, they started 11-0 last year. Big Ben kind of looked good. I think he finished like top 12 in quarterback rankings, but the Bills defense is good. And as much as that pains me to say that, and I want the Bills to be bad this year,
I love that you said that.
Defense flies all over the place. Sit Big Ben and consider sitting other non-focal points of that offense, a la Juju Smith-Schuster or Chase Claypool. But my sit personally is Big Ben. I think they're going to try to run the ball a lot, and kind of that'll shorten Big Ben's need. I think it's going to be a very defensive game against Buffalo. So point-wise for Big Ben especially, not up there. My second sit, kind of trailing on that Giant negativity. I'm sorry, Giant fans. I think they're going to be decent this year, but just this week one, I think there's something about like the fan base and the thing around the Giants that's throwing me bad vibes for week one. I don't know why. And because of that, I'm sitting Kenny Golladay. I think he's banged up. He's going to face the, decent corners, decent defense out there against Denver. And because I have Denver winning, they obviously need to shut down Kenny Golladay if they're going to win. So it just fits into my whole narrative for week one. So sit Kenny Golladay against the Broncos. Most people shouldn't have them as his wide receiver 1 or 2, probably a flex option. So just put him on the bench and choose somebody else. So my two sits are Big Ben and Kenny Golladay.
Love it.
For week one.
I love it. Fuck Kenny Golladay. No, I'm just kidding. Man, I just gotta stop letting my bias get to me. All right, my two sits. This first sit, people can have their opinions about it. People think this guy's a true RB1 on their teams. I don't know why, but I have to go Josh Jacobs against Baltimore. I think that he's going to be a good sit this week. Baltimore's got a really good defense. We know that. Probably top 5 defense in the league heading into this year. And then, he's coming off an injury from last year. And even when he was in the game or it was healthy last year, I didn't see much, production out of Josh Jacobs last year. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of talent. But I just don't see him doing well. I don't care if it's in Vegas. I just don't know what to expect out of this Raiders offense. I got to go with Josh Jacobs to sit this week. I just don't see him putting up productive numbers for you to get a week 1 win. So I'm going to go him as my first sit. And then my second, Mr. All Reliable, Jarvis Landry. I always pick this guy. I know, but
this is like your number one sit.
I know. I think I had him sit like 2 or 3 segments last year.
He doesn't score touchdowns. He doesn't.
He doesn't score touchdowns. And this is what I'm going to go here with Jarvis Landry is that, OBJ, it is his return year. All spotlights on him. He's looking for a comeback. He's for a comeback player of the year. He is going to be the main guy they throw to. They also have other weapons and, Peoples-Jones and stuff like that for Baker Mayfield to throw to. But we think that the priority for the Browns to be successful this year is their running game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. So even if they are going through the air, it's not going to be Jarvis Landry is getting the high percentage of the throws too. So I just don't think he's gonna be productive at all this year. I wish I could put him as a sit permanently, but obviously people need a receiver and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go with him to be safe this week 1. Do not play Jarvis Landry. So I have Josh Jacobs running back against Baltimore, and then Jarvis Landry receiver against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I like it. Damn, week 1 fantasy starts sits for ZMT are back. Best of luck to everybody in their fantasy leagues. Mike, I'm going to beat you in every league that we're in together. Just going to say that. I don't even know when we play first, but it's going to happen, and it'll be a big week on here when we do play each other. That's for sure. Hit us up on Twitter if you want fantasy advice day up. Like, you can hit either one of us up.
For sure.
Give you some advice. Not that we're experts, but, we got a winning streak of 5 straight years winning leagues. You kind of know what you're doing when it comes to knowing players and fantasy value, I would say, right? That's a long enough track record, right? 5 straight years winning leagues.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit, Tom. Talk that
Sir,
shit.
This is the segment I'm most confident on when I speak words. When words come out of my mouth.
That's good to hear because we're gonna go on to ZMT Bets, which I'm kicking your ass in this year.
I'm putting your ass in a salad works. Just you wait.
You'll be there, you healthy bitch. All right. ZMT Bets up next.
ZMT Sports Bets back. Mikey D, rapid fire. We're going right into it this year. We're going right into the picks. I hope you like our new background music. We're pumped up.
We are ready.
Milk money, cash money. Give us your 3 picks and your prop bet for the week 1. Let's go.
Boom. No, Baltimore Ravens -4. I don't care if it's in Vegas. I don't care if they're opening up in Vegas. I don't give a crap. Ravens -4 against the Raiders. That's my first pick. And then my second pick, I am going to the Meadowlands. I don't know why I'm picking them. I have some trust in them. They got to win this game. Giants +3 against the Denver Broncos. And then my final spread pick of the week, the Bills Mafia -6.5 against the Steelers. It is in Buffalo, and they're going to destroy the Steelers once and for all. And so I'm going to run it back again. Ravens -4 against the Raiders, Giants +3 against the Broncos, Bills -6.5 against the Steelers, and my prop bet of the week, Eagles and Falcons over 48 points. That game is going to be high scoring. Let's get it, Tom.
I love it. All right, on to TL Smooth's picks for week 1. Let's get it. I'm heading to Tennessee. Road dog. Give me the Cardinals +3 against the Titans. High scoring game. Give me Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, the best combo in the NFL. Give it to me. Cardinals +3. Now I'm heading to Cincinnati. Joe Big Burrow, as Mikey D likes to call him. Give me the Bengals +3.5. Home underdogs against the Vikings. Screw that. Give me the Bengals. Hooday Nation. Give me them +3.5.
Yeah.
And my last pick for the week, I'm heading to Detroit, the Motor City. Give me the 49ers to go driving all over Motor City out there. Give me the Niners. I hate 7.5 points, but give me them -7.5 on the road. Screw Jared Goff, Jimmy G, run the ball down their throat. I love Dan Campbell, but you're going to lose week 1. It's okay. Niners -7.5. So my 3 picks for week 1, Cardinals +3.5 on the road, Bengals +3.5 at home, and the Niners -7.5 on the road. My prop bet for the week, give me James Robinson against the Texans over rushing yards, 69.5 -113. Bang.
Oh, bang. Hopefully the music
awesome.
stops right there.
Well, the music should stop right there. Sorry, people, we're going to work out the kinks if it didn't. If you still hear it kind of trailing off right now.
It don't matter. It's electric city, man.
Yes, sir. So those are our picks for the week. Now, Mike, you'll keep track of them per usual. We'll
always
post them on our Twitter, and then we'll keep the record going and see who's getting 24-hour torture in a Waffle House.
I think we should do
Salad Works.
I think we should do weekly punishments.
Fuck that. We don't have the time to do weekly punishments. You gonna put me in? You gonna make me?
My first week, I don't know. First week, I'm gonna lose. You buy me a salad. That's
listen. Hold on, though. You don't underestimate my eating abilities in that Waffle House. I could put down 10, 12 waffles.
I hope so. Those are the best waffles around. Best waffles around.
Easy. I already got a plan. If I lose, I'm taking every hour. I'm eating 4. Every hour, I'm eating 4 waffles, so that by
a waffle per hour.
6 hours will get me to the 24 waffles in order to knock off an hour.
Dude, you're going to be as big
so
as
I'll get there like 8 a.m. and I'll be able to leave at 3. It's like a full work day. I don't know how you're gonna put down 24 salads.
Dude,
we go leaves of lettuce equal 10 minutes.
I'm gonna have a leaf. I'm gonna have a leaf per hour. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh man, that sucks. Be a better one.
We'll think of something throughout the year. Maybe we'll put a poll out.
Put me in a Chuck E. Cheese for 24 hours.
Oh, dude, you put down 2 of those pies, you'd be out in 35 minutes.
Low key on the best pizza I ever had.
Put me in a Wendy's, dude. I'll kill 24 4-for-4s and fucking my stomach will be.
I know where I'm putting you for 24 hours. Actually, I'm gonna put you in a White Rose for 24 hours.
Oh, dude,
you'll be shitting bricks for days.
First of all, I'll feel claustrophobic in that effing. It's so small in there. I won't even have room to walk around 24 hours.
You're gonna lose your mind.
McDonald's.
Dude, that's fantastic. Thank you. I'm gonna lose on purpose. What's my 3 bets? I hope it happens. I'm making a parlay against it. Speaking of our bets, I don't know if we're going to be doing it this year. We probably will.
Spin the wheel for the free bets.
Yeah, ZMT Pick'em. I think that's going to be our thing, or we might just put a post out, like it, share it, and we'll put you on the wheel, give you a free bet for the week.
Yes, sir.
And we'll do
now that we both got jobs, maybe we'll make it like a $20 bet. Something
let's not push
it everywhere. You gotta share it everywhere. $10 each. Come on, man.
Let's not push it, bro. Come on. I was just kidding. I don't want to be cheap.
To all those bettors, I hope you're plus money on this football season. Best of luck. Bet within your means. Bet responsibly. God bless you all. Mikey D, our week 1 podcast. What?
Follow us on ZMT sports _ZMT, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We are everywhere. Make sure to follow us. We put up our content every week. All right, Tom. It's week 1. It's been officially, I think, as of next week, because we started it week 2 last year.
Yep.
Would be our full 1 year
anniversary.
Sports. Yeah, you want to make out now? All right.
I'll post something on my Instagram. Happy 1 year.
We are riding high into the sunset, Tom. Let's have a good year. It's week 1 NFL season. Let's
go Cowboys.
Get it. Let's go Jets. Yes, sir.
Later.
See ya.